Hello and welcome back to another one of my FPL videos. I am the FPL Train, and in this video we're going to be looking at my team selection ahead of Game Week 17. Now currently ahead of this week I have 6 players flagged up. 3 of them are just suspensions and 3 of them are injuries. But yeah, I have a lot of problems ahead of Game Week 17, which is a pain, especially because I've only got that one free transfer. Now I've got an idea on what I want to do, but obviously it all surrounds around what's going to happen with Haaland. Is he going to play or not? If he's not going to play, I will take a hit and take him out because he's blanking in game week 18 anyway. So there's no point me keeping him. I'm just going to have to gamble on either one of 2 strikers that I'm thinking of bringing in ahead of game week 17. But anyways, before all that, let's look back on game week 16 on how I got on. And as you can see, wasn't a great week really. 38 points on the board. It could have been so much better. I'm just frustrated with myself, if anything. I didn't realise that Son wasn't my vice captain. Should always check it before obviously I do my team. Because beforehand he was, but I do remember now I changed it to Fernandes when he had those good fixtures for Man United. Obviously I sold him, and obviously that meant Palmer was going to be my captain, or should I say vice captain, for this week. So I've missed out on 17 points, which obviously could have helped me out massively. So my rank went from 300 and something to now 600 and something. So my rank's doubled, but still in the top million, so I can't complain. But let's go through team anyway. So starting us off in goal, the Braga got us 2 points. I mean, both of them were save points. He made 7 saves in the game against Spurs, but Newcastle were just dreadful. I mean, it's not looking good, is it? Once again, goalkeeping curse continues. That's what, 7 goals he's conceded now in 2 games that I've had him. When I did think he'll get me at least 6 points in the first game, and maybe he wasn't going to get a clean sheet in this game, to be fair. So I mean, he wasn't actually my number 1 goalkeeper for this week. I did want Aurelio, but he was injured, thankfully, because obviously West Ham conceded 5. So yeah, 2 points for the Braga. I'll have to take the save points. At least I got something out of it. With the defenders, I mean, it was a bad week. 2 points off my defence overall. So Charlie Taylor, obviously 1-1. He ended up with Brighton, got a yellow card. That means now he's suspended for game week 17, which is frustrating because he did have a pretty nice fixture, Everton at home, but that's not going to happen now. So he's suspended for 17, and yeah, disappointing really result for him. But you know, I wasn't actually expecting much against Brighton. Brighton do score goals. Kieran Trippier though, -1. He had an absolute stinker against Spurs. Played 85 minutes, conceded 4 and got a yellow card. -1, not great. And then, if you watched the game last night, he went off early for Newcastle. Now, I didn't watch the game, but when he comes off, that's never good. You just think instantly, is he injured? Hopefully he's not. Hopefully he'll be okay for game week 18. But unfortunately, he is also going to be suspended for game week 17 for me. So that's a shame because he had also some nice fixtures coming up. And my final defender, Simicast, 2 points. I mean, disappointing. I was really expecting Liverpool to keep a clean sheet, but they were adamant that they were going to give away a penalty in that game. They did. Crystal Palace scored it, and yeah, disappointing. Not even any assists or anything like that. Just immediately 2 points, which sucks really. Could have been more. Well, I was hoping for more. And Matty Cash on the bench, 1 point. Only played like 20 minutes, I think, against Arsenal. So again, that doesn't look good either because I was really hoping to get rid of him this week because if he's not starting, there's no point me keeping him. So again, disappointing from Cash. And obviously, Tyreek Mitchell is currently out, injured. Hopefully, well, it looks like he's about to see him. I was going to say hopefully, but I want to sell him because he's got horrible fixtures and Crystal Palace can't seem to keep a clean sheet anyway. So yeah, I need to get rid of him. He's high on my chopping block. That is definitely for sure. With my midfield, Cole Palmer, I mean, oh god, it still hurts. 2 points overall. Now, he did get a yellow card, which really annoyed me because when I obviously watched the highlights, it wasn't a dive. He got up straight away, went to get the referees are just shocking. So could have had 4 points instead of 2 points, but that, unfortunately, I mean, they were shocking as well. I would like to point that out. They got battered by Everton. I mean, not battered, but they lost 2-0 to Everton. I mean, come on, Chelsea. You're supposed to be doing a lot better of what you paid for. I mean, yeah, disappointing from Palmer. I was hoping, particularly when I realised he was going to be my captain, I was really praying he was going to smash it against Everton. Wasn't the case. Just got a yellow card and just gave you 2 measly points If only he wasn't my vice captain. Szoboszlai, disappointing there, 2 points. I was hoping again for a lot more. Went off as well after like 73 minutes. He's another player I don't like in my team. I want to get rid of him, but I've got that many issues across my team. I can't actually afford to take him out right now. So just 2 points from him. Saka, another 2-pointer. I mean, he did have a tough game, to be fair. It was Arsenal, so... Oh, sorry. It was Aston Villa, so it was a tough game. So I can't really complain too much there. Son, I mean, he absolutely smashed it, and I really wish he was my captain or vice captain for that game week. Got a goal, 2 assists, clean sheet, and he got the bonus points. Absolutely smashed it. Obviously, he got the clean sheet because he went off before Newcastle scored. So yeah, absolutely smashed it from him. I'm just lucky that he was in my team because beforehand it was looking very, very bleak before that. So thankfully I've still got him in my team, and yeah, 17 points, absolutely smashed it. And then my final one's Douglas Luiz. Now I was thinking about bringing him to the starting lineup in the last video I did for my last team selection for game week 16. I opted not to do that, but obviously with the injury to Haaland, he came in, and yeah, disappointing. He only got 2 points, but Arsenal was going to be a tough game. I was kind of just hoping I was going to get lucky to score, but no, that wasn't the case, and just 2 points from him. So overall, my midfield was disappointing. It's just Son just saved me, basically. And then my strikers, I mean, Solanke got the goal against Man United. I'm absolutely buzzing about it, even though I'm not a Bournemouth fan, but I watched the highlights and I was gutted by the end of it because he could have got me 2 goals instead of 1. Hit the post. It's just, he's getting so many good chances, Solanke, as well. I'm glad I've got him on my team. I'm glad I got him early. 7 points, absolutely smashed it. I was hoping, obviously, when it's 3-0, you're hoping he can get you double points, maybe 10 to 15. It was only 7, but I'll definitely take it because not a lot of people own Solanke. He's currently now at 10.3%, but I'm pretty sure before that game week he was not 10.3%. So yeah, definitely happy with the 7 points. And then Darwin Núñez, just 2 measly points from him. Really disappointing. He played 73 minutes, so he did start at least, but I was hoping he was going to score in this game. He's been pretty shocking since I brought him in for game week 14. He's only got me 7 points in 3 games. I was kind of hoping for a lot more. But this is Darwin Núñez. He is basically like the roulette table, black or white. It's a massive gamble. Black or white, black or red. But yeah, it's a massive gamble usually with him. He's just not working out for me at all. And obviously Erling Haaland he's on the bench because he didn't play. So 38 points overall. A red arrow. It was a frustrating week, like I said. If only I had Son as my captain or vice captain, it would have been interesting to see how my rank would have ended up. But yeah, not great, but at least I'm still in the top 1 million. So hopefully I can bounce back anyway in game week 17. So then onto my team selection then for game week 17. Now, like I said, I've got a lot of players flagged up ahead of this game week. Thankfully though, the goalkeeping situation is no longer a worry because De Braga did play last night for Newcastle. He didn't train the day before, so there was a lot of worries about, is he injured, will he be able to play at the weekend? So he did play in last night's game against AC Milan, so he will obviously be my goalkeeper for this game week. He's got Fulham at home. Areola, I'm not going to play him just because, well, I don't trust him for starters against Wolves. Wolves are looking good this season. West Ham, attacking-wise, aren't too bad, but defensively, they're an absolute shambles right now. So definitely not starting him. I'm going to have De Braga as my goalkeeper. Fulham at home, I mean, not the best fixture to have right now because what is it? Fulham scored like 10 goals in 2 games. So hopefully that stops against Newcastle. It is at St James's Park, so hopefully the crowd will get behind the team and they'll come away with a clean sheet. But yeah, I'm not too confident with it, but you know, you got to hope with it being at home that he'll be able to get that clean sheet. With the defenders then, so it's going to be a back 3 this week. Now, it's not looking good at all, is it? So, I've got Tsimikas, he's got Man United at home, which, you know, could go either way. Liverpool could smash it, or Man United do a snatch and grab and get like a 2-1, 1-0 win. So, am I confident? No, I am not confident at all. I have no idea where this game is going to go. Obviously, United knocked out in the Champions League. We're disappointed against Bayern Munich. Will they ever bounce back? We'll have to see. But yeah, it's a derby game. It's a massive game. Liverpool are looking good though, so God knows. But yeah, like I said before, I'm not confident. Just like I'm not confident in having Matty Cash in my team for this game week either. Now, obviously, he's going to be playing. Well, Aston Villa are going to be playing tonight in one of the European competitions. I think it's what the Europa Conference that Aston Villa are in. And yeah, if he plays in that game, I'm going to be very worried, because that will mean more than likely he's going to be dropped for Brentford. And he might get you 10 minutes, he might get you nothing. But yeah, it's not good at all, really. Ideally, I want him not to play in tonight's game, so then there's a better chance for him playing against Brentford at the weekend. But yeah, I haven't got any confidence with this one at all. If he does start, though, I would be confident, because obviously there's no Tony and there's no Mbumu for Brentford right now. So it's a great time to play him. But yeah, I have a horrible feeling that Cash will not be playing in that game. And then my final defender is going to be Axel Disasi, or however you say his name, of Chelsea. Now, this is the transfer that I'm 95% confident I will be making. So I'm taking Tyreek Mitchell out just because I don't see Crystal Palace keeping any clean sheets anytime soon. You could argue I could go for Matty Cash, but with Mitchell being injured, he's definitely not going to play. And even if he does play, I don't think he's going to do anything against Man City, really, is he? So I'm going to have De Zerzi. He's got Sheffield United at home. He's 4.9 million, so he's pretty cheap, to be fair. He plays on the right side at the back, usually of a back four for Chelsea, but with Reece James currently out injured, and I think Gusto's currently out as well. Well, he's currently flagged up anyway in FPL. He's probably going to play in that position, possibly. If not, he'll be starting. I think he's only missed like 3 games this season, so he starts week in, week out, and obviously not a lot of people are really going for him. He's only 3.9% owned, and I think could be a little bit of a corker, especially when he's got Sheffield United in Game Week 17. I'm not positive, but you know, I expect really Chelsea to get a clean sheet against Sheffield United, with it being at Stamford Bridge. Onto the midfield now. First up is Szoboszlai. Now, again, like Simicast, Man United at home. Am I confident? Am I bull? I haven't confident at all in this game. You know, like I keep saying, Liverpool could smash them, or Man United could do a snatch and grab. Szoboszlai, he will start the game. That is something I am confident about. Will he get any kind of assists or goals? No, I don't think he will. Like I said before, I don't want him in my team, but I've got so many issues going on right now. I can't really afford to just take a hit on somebody where I'm not confident either way who to bring in who'll get me more than 4 points anyway. Obviously, Gordon is a shout out, but I mean, Newcastle aren't looking great. Wilson's back for Newcastle. Harvey Barnes is going to be back soon, so will he be as prolific as he has been? I'm not so sure, to be honest, so I'm avoiding that so far. But yeah, Szoboszlai, hopefully he can get something, but I'm just not confident. Saka's got Brighton at home, so I've got to be obviously optimistic about that. Should be well rested. I believe he didn't play midweek in the Champions League. Arsenal did rest a lot of players because obviously they're already through. But yeah, Brighton, I mean, it doesn't matter if I win or lose, but I do think he can get something in this game, because Brighton do concede a lot of goals. Well, they are conceding goals. I don't really rate the goalkeeper that Brighton have got now. I would rather have Steele in goal. So if Steele is in goal, I think it'll be a bit tougher. But if it is the other guy, Verbruggen, something like that, then I'll be a bit more confident that Saka can get you a goal. But yeah, I do think either way, Arsenal will win this game, with it being at the Emirates as well. So I am pretty confident with this one, as I also am with Cole Palmer. Sheffield United, this is a good fixture for him. Hopefully, he will absolutely smash it. I know Sheffield United just beaten Brentford, got a new manager, so they're probably looking a bit confident right now. Hopefully, Chelsea can absolutely smash them, particularly with Palmer and obviously De Zerzi. That'd be really great. So yeah, but it's a great fixture for him, and I am expecting something, to be fair. Then last up is Son of, well, Spurs. I was going to say I was Nottingham Forest, but he's got Forest. It's away. It's going to be a tough game, but he absolutely smashed in the last game week against Newcastle. He did well against Man City. There's no reason why he can't do it against Forest. He can score pretty much against any team in the world, Son. He's that good. So yeah, am I confident? I am, to be fair. I think Forest being a bit disappointed recently. Obviously, they've just got beat 5-0 by Fulham, so they're looking to bounce back, aren't they? But I think they're not looking good right now, and I dread to think if Cooper's lasts any longer, because I think any more losses, but a loss of Spurs isn't exactly the worst thing in the world, because Spurs are a top side. But yeah, I am pretty confident Son can get something there. So, I mean, I would say, maybe, would I bring Douglas Luiz on? But no, he is suspended for this game week, so obviously he'll be sitting on the bench with the rest of the players that can't play. And finally then, that brings us on to my strikers. A big talking point is obviously Erling Haaland. So he didn't play, he weren't in the squad at all last night for Man City. Will he be playing at the weekend? We still don't know. Pep mentioned something about Thursday possibly finding out. So we could find out something today, particularly if he trains well. Hopefully we find out T-News really before Friday night, because obviously that is when the deadline is. But confidence-wise, I'm not really confident, which is a real problem, because if I do take him out, he's got Crystal Palace at home. He could absolutely destroy them, which is a big worry. But if he is to be injured, and I do decide to take the -4 hit, my choices are between 2 players and 2 players only. I can either do a straight swap for his teammate in Alvarez, who obviously got Crystal Palace at home, or I'll bring in Ollie Watkins, because obviously Aston Villa are looking really good still. Play 2 of the top teams, obviously, and they absolutely beat them. So, and they've got Brentford, who are low probably confidence right now, because obviously they've got no striker as well. They've got Wizard, but either way, I'll probably lean towards Watkins because he hasn't got the blank in 18. But, you know, it's a tough decision. It's a horrible decision. I'd rather have it in black and white. He's out or he's not. But we don't know yet. So, for now, he's going to be in my team. But obviously, by the deadline, I probably will have doing something if I find out he's not going to play. Darwin Núñez, Man United. Oh, God. Will he start the game? I think he will. He could cause some problems. Harry Maguire went off injured. Luke Shaw went off injured midweek. So United are looking really bad. They are bad, to be fair. So Darwin could get a goal in this game. So I'm going to keep him in my team and start him. Like I said, it's at Anfield as well. So there's a good chance he could get something there. But we'll have to see. I'm not confident still on that one. And then my final pick is Solanke, who's got Luton at home, who I am confident with. So that means he will definitely blank. So Luton at home is a great fixture. Bournemouth are looking really good. Solanke's looking amazing. Best I've ever seen him play. I didn't think he was Premier League worthy, but this season, I definitely think he is Premier League worthy now. So, yeah, he's having a great season. Absolutely smashing it. Hopefully this continues against Luton, because obviously he is one of my differentials. I know his, obviously, the ownership is going up rapidly right now, but the earlier he gets the points, the better. So then I get more points than anybody else. So yeah, confident with Solanke. Hopefully he can absolutely smash it. But yeah, still got a lot of problems. Obviously, Kieran Trippier is going to be suspended, as is Charlie Taylor and Douglas Luiz. And obviously I've got the injuries to Mitchell, Areola and Haaland. But yeah, Mitchell looks like he's going to be gone. It's just going to be a case of, do I take Haaland out, or do I decide to take out Douglas Luiz and bring in a midfielder? Now the midfielder is a tough decision to go for. I had somebody in mind, but at the top of my head now, I've completely lost it. Oh, Phil Foden, sorry. Phil Foden was the person that I'm thinking about bringing in if I decide to opt out on going for Haaland, taking Haaland out, should I say, and bringing in Douglas Luiz, because I do have enough money in the bank to do that. So yeah, that would be a great differential. I know people will be like, yeah, but that means you got 2 players on the bench for game week 18. But game week 18, I will have the likes of Trippier and Charlie Taylor back in my team, because obviously they're only out for 1 game week. So it's something to consider, because I do think Foden, I have a feeling Foden can do something soon. So he's definitely somebody on my mind. So that is going to be it for this video. That is my team for game week 17. Let me know what you think about this team. Obviously, there's a lot that could change by the deadline if we find out news about Haaland. But yeah, it's a massive, in my opinion, I think this is a massive week for FPL, just because what are people going to do with Erling Haaland? There's going to be a lot of us that are going to keep him, and a lot of us are going to sell him. And it's going to be interesting to see which tactic works this week. So yeah, it's something to look forward to, isn't it? Yeah, let me know what you think. Please don't forget as well to like this video, hit subscribe, and I'll see you all on the next one.